ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Yes Bank, Business World and all our partners, the Bombay Stock Exchange, the Indian School of Management and Entrepreneurship, TNS Global and ET Now, I extend a warm welcome to all who have gathered here today to celebrate India's future leaders at this, the iconic Bombay Stock Exchange. As we start, I'd like to request the gentleman to step up forward and take you through all this. Key member of the management team at Yes Bank, he is its senior group president. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Sanjay Palve.
This year, under the aegis of the forum, we have launched Yes Bank BMW Business World Most Promising Future CFO Award to identify, recognize and encourage emerging financial professionals across the sector who are poised to assume a leadership role in future. I am really happy to share that in its inaugural edition, Yes Bank BW Business World Most Promising CFO Awards has emerged as India's biggest platform for recognizing top emerging financial professionals with participation from more than 400 organizations in the first edition itself. Last but not the least, I wish to congratulate all the winners gathered here today. You fully deserve this honor, and I hope this recognition only encourages you onto the even greater heights and success in future for you and your organization. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Mr. Palve. That was Senior Group President, the last word in corporate finance and corporate banking. And I thank you for recognizing all the personalities here. We do have lots of accolades to give away, and I'd like to welcome on stage the gentleman who will help us do it. Please welcome CFO Future Group, Mr. Sanjay Jain. CFO Force Motors, Sanjay Bora. And I can assure you we're having a sun start. I'd like to once again request on stage, please, Mr. Sanjay Palve, can you also please step up on stage? 3 Sanjays. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's start the applause rolling. The first category is medium and small. And ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Deepak Asopa, Candidex Healthcare. Up next from Vidal Healthcare Services, please welcome Saurav Kumar Gupta. Anand TV from Care Power Resources Private Limited. From Pebble Bay Developers Private Limited, Keyush Gosrani. AMP Solar India Private Limited, please welcome Mukesh Kumar. From Indian financial institutions, please welcome from Reliance Nippon Life Asset Management Limited, Amol Vijay Bilagi. From Bajaj Allianz General Insurance Company, it's Abhinay M. Purohit. Also from Bajaj Allianz General Insurance Company, please welcome Ravi Prakash Khetan. And from Motilal Oswal Securities, Rohit Agarwal. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause, and thank you, gentlemen, for such a wonderful start. Thank you.
top of the world with Times Network. And you're watching ET Now.
इस दिवाली अनबॉक्स खुशियों की चक्री स्नैपडील प्रेजेंट्स द अनबॉक्स दिवाली सेल 19, 20th and 21st October. तैयार हो जाओ.
I am the norm. I am the storm. I am the legend found in pages. The bird that broke the cages. I am the blue. I am the blah. The best seller yet to be sold. The hammer that broke the mold.
Since I am like no one else, why should my car be like anyone else's? Presenting I Create, the unique personalization experience from Maruti Suzuki.
It's the convergence of the most innovative and inventive entrepreneurs who are ready to grab the biggest business opportunities. An inspirational journey of entrepreneurs and their tales of success, with twists and turns and insights from big industry leaders. A competitive arena where every entrepreneur has his or her take on the course of business destiny. On India's most recognized show for SMEs, State Bank of India presents ET Now, Leaders of Tomorrow. Only on ET Now.
Stand alongside my love. Oh, talk about my love.
Every earnings season sees a new facet of earnings coverage on ET Now. You will see more in-depth analysis of every company that comes out with its results.
Oil refining stocks and some of these gas utilities are already trading at 52-week highs on expectations of a very strong quarter.
Q2 is meant to be seasonally weak for infra companies given that the slowdown in construction activity due to monsoons. So it remains to be seen whether we will see any inflow of the high execution activity.
Quarter one was exceptionally strong for cement companies. However, given the fact that we had very heavy rains and construction activity was muted, it remains to be seen how they perform in Q2.
Within seconds from when the earnings hit the exchanges, our research team is out there with their first take, incisive analysis. So if you need to catch the earnings season, it's got to be with the ET Now research team. They know it all.
Well, we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with the moment that you've been waiting for. This Power Pack panel discussion. So without further ado, it's my privilege to welcome our esteemed panelists and a moderator for this panel discussion, leading the way forward for the millennial generation of finance professionals.
The subject for this evening is, I think, one of the most exciting ones. That is identifying future talent in your own very field. I would like to start with Soumen. Soumen, being a jurist for this panel, how did you identify the talent? What really went into the criteria that you chose for and looked for in identifying the winners and aspirational winners?
So one of the things one looked for is, what way the concerned person has contributed to the growth of the organization, what kind of initiatives one has driven in the organization to not only ensure the sustainability but more profitable growth for the future. And if anyone has spent even, time in terms of deciding the capital allocation for the organization, how dynamically thinking for the future, not getting restricted by what in the past, what kind of economic profits might have been generated by the business segments, how do you alter that? And what kind of leadership traits that one has been demonstrating, which will encompass in terms of building and retaining talents, as well as managing proper kind of board processes for the future for better governance. So these are some of the traits one wanted to look into while shortlisting.
Great. Coming to you, Madhu, I would like to just ask you, I mean, infrastructure is the biggest story going forward for India. How do you see the funding, the managing costs, the garnering revenues, the long gestation of projects, all of this, maintaining the aspirations of investors, the company management, etc. How do you find it challenging? How do you see it going forward?
I do not think today in the way in which Indian economy and the Indian financial institutions are developed, I don't see raising money or raising funds is a challenge at all. But what is challenging is the regulatory framework that you give for this kind of a backdrop. Unless a proper regulatory framework is created in this country, any amount of institutions or any amount of investors are not going to help us. Today, if you see, I don't think companies like us, we have got any support from any corner. All the companies are quite capable of raising billions of dollars. And the global investors or global lending institutions are definitely looking to India in particular and to the good companies. Definitely, there is plenty of money available. As they say, it's trillions of money earning negative return all over the world. What we need is a good regulatory framework because legal system is fairly good. In fact, I think even the world institutions have recognized our legal institutions. So I am really not finding much of a problem there. But the real challenge is setting a proper regulatory framework and the government institutions sticking to their promises.
Thank you, Madhu. I think, Rashmi, did you find it challenging to be accepted as a woman CFO?
So when I started off, which was many years ago, say 20 plus years ago, and that time the whole topic of diversity was not so popular or not an in thing or not a fashionable thing to say. So everybody was assessed on merit, and sometimes that worked against women because there were a lot of sectors of industries where women were not welcome. And for various reasons, and it included, there's a range of reasons I was given for not being offered a role. And if you talk about it now, it'll sound ridiculous, but it was a fact at that time. But that's past. I think things have changed a lot, and there are many organizations, especially good reputed business houses and multinationals, who put in a lot of effort to develop women and for higher levels. So once you are in and you establish yourself and perform, I don't think you face any challenges. So that role is pretty much same as any other man would do. So challenges are similar. I think the challenges are dictated more by the environment around us rather than your gender. And I don't think anybody really thinks whether you're a man or a woman if you're doing a good job.
Thanks, Rashmi. The next question I have is, Sanjay, I would like to start with you. Do you see as a role playing in CFO, how big data and analytics are going to get even more important in shaping future strategy and so on?
Of all the users of Facebook and Twitter and social media, more than 40% are using this for sourcing news. This is based on a Reuters study. So this is some indication of the impact of social media. And most of the people who are forming part of the 40% are in the age group of 18 to 24. So if there's any company who's wanting to reach out to this target segment, then their source of news information is social media. So that's a larger context. In fact, if I use this context specifically to our case in Future Group, like we have a stated ambition, we want to be 1 lakh crore by 2021. There are 3-4 things which should get us there. The number one thing is data. We have 3 crore customers on various loyalty programs. We believe if I can use their data to do some smart analytics, deriving some smart information, and I can make those 1 crore customers shop 8,000 rupees a month. Just a small number, it's 1 lakh per annum, I get to 1 lakh crore. That's where I think the importance of data analytics, and that's how a CFO has to play a role, plugging between IT on one hand and the CEO's aspiration on one hand to derive the most value out of it.
Absolutely. I think you said it right. Nitin, that question goes to you as well, because social media perhaps guides, some bit of how to
play a role, plugging between IT on one hand and the CEO's aspiration on one hand to derive the most value out of it.
Absolutely. I think you said it right. Nitin, that question goes to you as well, because social media perhaps guides, some bit of how the programming, the movie making, etc., entertainment space rather, takes shape. So do you actually, take that as a guidance in building future strategies as a CFO, or you just take it as one added piece of information?
We use social media more as a line of communication with the viewer to sort of get feedback on shows and take their suggestions to sort of improve upon the content. What we actually need to do is, at this point in time, I think the sort of audience that actually is active on social media is a small segment for us. It's more urban, it's more related to, I would say, our digital business rather than the sort of mainstream broadcasting. That's where our audience and viewers are more in the smaller towns and in, spread out, which may not be actually very active on social media. But data, yes, it's extremely critical for us, and I think we are sort of working on it, on how the data can be actually used, analytics can be used, and predictive analytics for sort of improving the business going forward. But yes, in this extremely dynamic media sort of space, analytics is playing a big role for a CFO and for the business.
So thank you all. I think it's been a great fun session for me, and I hope it has been for the panelists and for the audience too. Thank you so much. We've had a great time.
Top of the world with Times Network. And you're watching ET Now.
इस दिवाली अनबॉक्स एक्साइटमेंट का रॉकेट स्नैपडील प्रेजेंट्स द अनबॉक्स दिवाली सेल 19th, 20th and 21st October. तैयार हो जाओ.
Invest Madhya Pradesh will showcase the strengths and industrial prowess of Madhya Pradesh. Multiple investment and growth opportunities across various sectors await you. With first of its kind single table system for clearing investment proposals, Madhya Pradesh is amongst the top 5 Indian states in ease of doing business. Consistent double-digit growth. Stable government with visionary leadership, investment-friendly policies, and unmatched location advantage make Madhya Pradesh a land of opportunity. Welcome to the Global Investors Summit, 22nd and 23rd October 2016. To participate, register at www.investmp.com.
चर्चे बंद होंगे, काम शुरू होगा. इरादे बुलंद होंगे, इम्तिहान शुरू होगा. इससे शुरू करूंगा मैं, क्योंकि शुरुआत होगी.
देखो यार, भाई तो नहीं बदल सकते, लेकिन लेनोवो लैपटॉप के डैमेज पार्ट्स जरूर बदल सकते हैं, फ्री में.
As we move forward with the next set of recognitions, I'd like to request on stage the presence of the CFO, Dr. Reddy's Laboratories, Mr. Saman Chakraborty, the CFO Sony Pictures, Mr. Nitin Adkarni, and Mr. Mudhir Dal, CFO of GMR, to step up on stage, gentlemen, and help us give away this next set of awards. This category is emerging large corporations, and we have several recipients. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we start, a big round of applause to all the gentlemen and ladies who will be stepping up on stage. From IL&FS Maritime Infrastructure Company Limited, GN Deepa. Congratulations, Ms. Deepa. Up next from Hinduja Tech, please welcome Satish Kumar. Congratulations, Mr. Kumar. We move on to the next awardee, and he is from Z-Learn Limited. Please welcome Subodh Khanna. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Interglobe Hotels, please welcome Ayush Saraswat. From CMS IT Services Private Limited, Satyajit B. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together now for Pradeep Jaiswal from Reliance Big. And from Metafric Holdings Limited, it's Rahul Kumar. Ladies and gentlemen, we move on to Reliance Broadcast. Please welcome Gaurav Dattani. From MyBox Technologies Private Limited, Praveen Dutt Agarwal. And also in this category, AST Telecom Solar Private Limited. Please put your hands together for Rajiv Kumar Goyal. This is the emerging large corporations category. We'll continue with multinational corporations. And from multinational corporations, please welcome from BMW Group Financial Services, Inderjit Mehta. It's time to welcome from Knight Frank India Private Limited, Saurabh Dilip Bhagat. Time to fly with Japan Airlines Company Limited. Please put your hands together for Manisha Agarwal. From Dolomite Restaurants, that is Jamie Olivier Restaurants India, please welcome Mukesh Kumar. And a final award at the hands of these eminent gentlemen goes to Sokomo Technologies, Prachi Sharma. Big round of applause, Prachi Sharma, Sokomo Technologies. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you, Mr. Terdal. Thank you, Mr. Chakrabarti. Thank you, Mr. Nadkarni. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are extremely fortunate to have a personality of the stature who's going to step up in a short while. She's going to share her thoughts with future CFOs on their journey to be India's future financial leader. And she has a wealth of experience. She was the former principal of HR College of Commerce and Economics. Ladies and gentlemen, Dean ISME, please welcome Dr. Indu Shahani.
Very good evening and hearty congratulations to all the award winners. India is the youngest country, as we all know, average age of 29. 500 million, 50% under the age of 25, 65% under the age of 35. With such demographics, and everybody wants them to be turned into a dividend, what do we really need to do? Education. And what kind of education we need to do? Do we need to carry on with our BA, BComs and BScs? Or do we need to try and see what can we do differently? Nurturing young people is today the biggest challenge. We have great young people. They are very smart. Look at the Dhruv Lakras. Look at the many smart students who are doing wonderful things. The young startups who come up and the great ideas people come up and tell us. And we see this in them. Let's not kill their initiative. Let's all get together and actually bring in innovative, different methods of bringing in new age so these young leaders can take this country ahead. Thank you so much.
Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to move on to the last set of awards. So once again, please welcome on stage Ms. Rashmi Joshi, CFO Castrol, and Dr. Indu Shahani, Dean, Indian School of Management and Entrepreneurship. Ladies and gentlemen, in our last set of awards, this is the leaders category for large corporates. Please welcome from HCL Infosystems, Deepak Jajodia. Up next, please welcome from Mahindra & Mahindra, Nikhil Sahoni. Congratulations, sir. Moving on to the next organization, it's Infosys. Please welcome Jayesh Sangrajka. Congratulations, sir. Up next, Harish Chandragupta from Welspun. And now it's time to honor from PVR. Please welcome Saurabh Gupta. Up next is Amit Bora from Mahindra Logistics. From Welspun again, Rupak Ranjan Ghosh. From DRL, MV Narasimhan. And rounding up the award winners this year's large corporates, please welcome from Godrej Consumer, K. Surya Narayanan. We now move on with the women leaders recognitions. Please welcome from Sandhar Technologies Limited, Charo Khatri. From Everest Industries Limited, Ruchi Puri. And now, from Home Credit India Finance Private Limited, Vandita Kaul. Please welcome from Castrol India Limited, Swarnalata R.S. Ladies and gentlemen, our final awardee for this evening from Gujarat Mineral Development Corporation Limited, Anupama Karthik Iyer. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. What a scintillating lineup, friends. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, at the culmination of a fantastic day. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you had a great evening, but it ain't over until, of course, officially someone says it's over. It's a wonderful evening and all good things have to come to a close, but before it comes to a close, please welcome the Senior Managing Director of Yes Securities, Mr. Vikas Daura, who will deliver the closing address. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Vikas Daura.
Good evening. Today, as we bring down the curtains on this event, we are very thrilled to see that from about 500 nominations from about 400 companies, finally we have about 45 candidates who we are privileged to have facilitated today. And it is indeed a moment to celebrate, not only for the award winners, but for all of us, because today we do realize that we have a very rich source of talent in India Incorporated. I must thank all the CFOs who nominated the team members and all the nominees for participating in the process. Your enthusiasm and support is what has made this one of the biggest recognition platforms of its type in the country in its very first edition. And in the end, thank you all for attending. Thank you very much. Good evening. its type in the country in its very first edition. And in the end, thank you all for attending. Thank you very much. Good evening.